Hello everyone, this is Cody from the Rancor's Brothel. Are you looking for dice or accessories for your tabletop gaming? Look no further than Metallic Dice Games, a premium vendor of metallic and gemstone dice. Listeners of this podcast can receive 10% off any purchase anytime by using the promo code RBP10. So head on over to metallicdicegames.com for all your gaming needs. And don't forget to use the promo code RBP10 to save 10% on any purchase. Enjoy the show.
Warning, this podcast contains mature content, including scenes or descriptions of graphic violence, sexuality, and psychological trauma. Listener discretion is advised.
The Rancor's Brothel presents Impossible Landscapes. A Delta Green campaign by Dennis Detweiler.
Almost had it.
I figured 2 jumps would be enough. 3 excellent comedic timing. So to the 3 chuckleheads who actually played last time, do you have a plan?
Fuck, no.
Well,
Ever?
thanks to Daniel not showing up, you have time now because I have to get Daniel into the narrative.
Ooh.
So
You want us to leave the room?
if you want to go upstairs and figure out what you want to do next, you now have 15 or 20 minutes to do so.
All right. Cool. Let's do.
Because it's been a significant time since we've involved Daniel in the narrative.
It's been this significant time since the rest of us were too.
Well, the audience doesn't care. Quit complaining. Go look at your notes. So where did we leave off with you, Daniel? I'm pretty sure you were in the bookstore, right?
Yeah, I remember heading to the door because I think Franky was wanting to leave.
Okay.
Remember Mr. Wright
Yep.
just slaughtered a man,
Yep. He shot B.R. Robertson. B.R. Roberts, excuse me.
and then he came back, right? It was like nothing happened, right?
It's a bit weird. Strange that.
Man, I already rolled sand for that, so you can't make me do it again.
I can do whatever I want.
No, we can't do it. But yeah, I think I was going to go to the door to see if there was an exit.
Yeah, you can open the door.
And what does it look like outside?
It looks like a dark city night.
And we came in during the day, right?
No, I'm pretty sure it was night. Was it? Excellent question.
Does it look like the city that I originally left in, or the city that I originally came into?
Or does it look like the city you want it to be? We could make this dark city.
No, I don't want it to be that city.
Yes, it looks like where you came out from.
Okay. Busy street, people walking, maybe.
Yeah, no, you walk out. If you'd like to step out, you step out into a New York City night.
Okay. I'm going to go back inside and change the sign to close if it's on open.
It was not. That was something Spencer definitely did in a very...
Oh, right. He done that after we all walked in, right?
Yeah,
okay,
no, it was very cinematic. I appreciated it.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I'm just making sure that we have an out if we need it.
Okay. You are in the bookstore. You are completely alone.
I'm not surprised. How many rows were there?
A lot. They sort of twist and turn around the corners so that you don't really know what where they're going.
Right, but is it like, so it's not like just a bunch of straight books?
No. No, it's kind of like a desk, and it kind of heads off with some shelving, so you kind of have to go out and around. So while you can see shelves in the distance, it really, you kind of have to like take a hard right and then turn again to actually see some rows. It's definitely not organized like a grocery store or anything. It's like those lovely old bookstores that smell musty and have haphazard shelves that have been around for 50 years and are partially falling apart. Books stacked up in the middle of the aisleway, that kind of place.
I don't even know what at this point Franky's motivation is. Doesn't really have one. He just wants to go home. He's got no way to go home. He's got no phone. He's got no money. He's got no wallet.
You got a cell phone, don't you?
No, it got smashed. I don't think I've got one since I came back. Because I don't got no money or a wallet. That was the thing I think that got smashed when the cop car hit me.
That's true.
He's gonna sit around probably in the front of the store wait to see if anyone pops up. I'm assuming they probably went looking for something or multiple things.
You just want to wait at the door.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just gonna sit there and wait for. Is Biblio? What was his name?
B.R. Roberts.
B.R. Roberts. I don't know why I was thinking Biblio. B.R. Roberts. Is he up here? There's nobody is. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah. At this moment, I'm just gonna sit here and wait.
Nothing happens. You wait.
I know what's gonna happen. I go back there. Whatever. I'll go start searching for Adrian and Gideon. Is that Flynn's new character's name? I can't remember what their characters' names are anymore. Gideon.
Yes.
And
Adrian and Reggie. So just as Franky starts to step back into the stacks, you hear the door open. It's just out of sight. You've just turned enough to not hear it, but you hear a door open and you hear someone call out, "Hello? Is anybody in there?"
Can I peek over the bookshelf? Does it have any gaps between the books or?
You can see the door open and that there's a hand propping it, but whoever it is has not stepped inside the bookstore.
Say hello. Do I recognize the voice?
You do not.
Okay. Yeah. I'll
Could
call
be
back
anybody. Indistinct male voice.
I'll call back. Hello.
You hear the door close.
I guess I'll peek around the corner.
There's no one standing in the sort of front entryway of the bookstore.
Okay, well, I guess I changed their mind. How much of the front of the shop can I see where I'm standing? Is it just like a...
I assume at that point, hearing the door close, you kind of step back around the bookstore or bookshelf so you can see the entire entryway. Whoever it is seemingly opened the door, called out as if asking if anyone was there, and then let the door go closed again.
All right, well, if I can't see the front of the shop, I guess I'll walk towards the front of the shop again.
Okay, you're back up near in front of the door.
And there's no one in here still.
Nope, or if there was, they went out when the door opened and closed.
I hate this place. All right, I'm going to go back into the books, and I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit.
Okay.
Can I hear anything? Can I see anything?
You begin moving around through the stacks. Moving. You see piles of books, things laying around everywhere. You don't hear anyone. You don't see anyone. You continue moving. Or is there something that you'd like to do specifically?
No, I'm not really looking for anything. I'm just trying to look for the guys to get out of here because I can't really go anywhere without them.
As you're going along, you do see what appears to be like a back or side door, sort of banging in the breeze as if it's not latched. You can kind of hear the wind whipping. You can hear the sounds of the street outside.
Does it make sense where the position of the store is for it to be there?
Int by 5.
You know, for as intelligent as Franky is, he doesn't make very many smart decisions.
Is that Franky's fault or is that Daniel's fault?
Well, mixture of both.
No.
I also kind of see his intelligence more of street smart, not so much as anything else smart. Pass.
It seems improbable for that door to be there, but not impossible.
Well, I mean, it's not the first impossible door I've seen, so let's go peek at it, see what's going on behind it.
You open it out, and it appears to be an alleyway, sort of like a side door or something, deliveries out back in New York City. You can hear the scamper of footsteps down the alleyway.
I'm going to peek out, but I'm not going to step out.
Okay. You don't see anything, but you hear movement. Somebody might have just went right through that door and has sprinted on down the alleyway.
Okay, well, if that, I mean, are they getting closer or is it getting further away?
Farther away, as if they're running away from the spot.
I'm just going to turn around and latch the door and continue looking. I doubt they would have gone outside for any reason, even though it doesn't make sense that this should be an outside door.
Yeah. You continue walking around.
I'm assuming they're in here looking for something. It's the whole reason coming here. I don't see why they would have went out an alley. Unless everyone got split up, it should have been more than one, or there should have been more than one footstep, unless they got split up somehow.
You see, you suddenly turn a corner, and in between a stack of books, some magazines that have fallen over and are laying on the floor. You see at the end of the hallway, at the end of this aisleway, a form, sort of a tall form in a dark coat, short cropped hair. Their back is to you.
Does the coat look familiar? I can't remember what what's his name was wearing.
Who?
I gotta remember his name. Oh, Biblio was the name of the store, right?
Biblio is book in Latin.
Oh,
so
got it.
He was saying he was a bookseller. But yeah, you see him. He's wearing the individual's wearing like a trench coat, probably a long black dark coat.
The guy that was the guy that the only other guy that I encountered when I first came here. The guy that was
Mosby. No,
talking about the play.
Probably Mosby. No, it does not look like that individual. That individual was dressed up from the 50s. This looks like this could be somebody you would see today in 2015.
Okay, I'm gonna say Mr. Wright, is that you?
You see the head cock and start to lean in your direction. As the form slowly turns, you can see that the individual is wearing a full old school with filter gas mask. And in one hand, he's gripping a pump action shotgun.
Oh, okay. I'm going to book it back the other way.
You see him start following. You see him like begin to step towards you, and as he does, he swings up the pump action shotgun so that he's now got it in both hands. And as you start booking the opposite direction, you hear a...
I'm going to try to knock down books on my way. I'm going to try to do something to interfere with his shot. I mean,
you are running back and forth in a bookstore. It's a frantic pace, running left and right, up and down, back and forth, right? How about what's a good roll? I've been listening to other games. It's been a while since...
it depends on what you need me to do.
You can't dodge bullets, so let's go Dex by 5.
Pass. It's actually a crit pass.
Nice. You begin sprinting, and you can hear the person behind you is following. You can hear the big sounds of boots on the ground. Thump, 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 thump.
But it's a steady pace, not so much as like...
It's not a sprint,
yeah,
but they are moving with purpose. But you very quickly find yourself back at the front of the store. You can continue to hear thump, thump, thump,
Yeah,
thump.
I'm running out. I'm not staying here.
Doorbell, or the door chime rings on the door as you bust out the door onto the street. As soon as you do, you feel rough hands grab you left and right. You hear essentially someone screams, "This is him! Stop right there!" And you feel yourself get, you feel your arms be pinned to the back by two individuals, and you feel yourself get thrown on the hood of a car. You begin to feel your arms twisted uncomfortably and handcuffs being placed on you.
You got the wrong guy. There's a guy in there with a shotgun.
Shut up.
No.
You are roughly tossed into the back of a police van and thrown on the floor of it.
Oh, okay.
The doors slam shut.
I have rights.
The van begins driving. You were jostled around in the back.
Yeah, I mean, I
You
figured
can kind of get yourself to a bench, but it's kind of hard with your hands pinned behind you to get on a bench.
Well, I mean, yeah.
There are bars over the windows. The windows are tinted and small. There's not much to see out. And surprisingly, they don't really have a way to see in to see you as you're being bounced and jostled around in this back of this van.
I mean, there's nothing that doesn't matter. There's nothing I can do to get out of here. I don't got anything. My hands are cuffed behind my back.
After a long while, you can hear some talking from the cab, but you can't really make it out. But after an extended period, it's hard for you to tell. Would you be wearing a watch? Not that you could see it, probably.
I mean, give myself a... No.
Okay. After a long while, it comes to a stop, and the van doors open, and you see two individuals step up to you, wearing brown uniforms that just say State Police. And the two individuals roughly haul you out of the back. You're in you're away from the city a bit. Like, you can see the city in the distance, but you're almost in like an industrial complex, kind of. And you're approaching a building, a standalone building that is labeled State Police over the top. Alertness roll.
Pass.
Okay. As you're brought into the station, you notice that the sort of foyer entryway is fairly empty. Really not anybody else in here except for a couple people working at a desk. You notice that there are a large pile of boxes near the front door, as if they've just been broken down and folded up. You know what I mean? As if you've done something with the boxes, you've set them right next to the front door to leave, right? You move through a main room with a bunch of cops. They appear to be dragging you towards the back. Human roll.
It's a fail.
Okay. You are dragged into a small sort of interrogation room. You're uncuffed and you're directed to a table. At no point has anyone said anything to you. You're in a small, what appears to be interrogation room. 3 chairs, a table, a camera in the corner with a blinking red light. And then they release you, and the door closes.
Stick out one of those. Oh, they let me out of the cuffs?
Yeah.
Does it have one of those fancy 2-way mirrors? Is it just a brick room with a...
It's just a brick room with a camera in the upper right-hand corner. Camera, door, table, 3 chairs.
I'm gonna try the door. Maybe dumbasses were dumb enough to not,
The door is locked.
Okay. It's worth a shot.
It occurs to you that 2 things as you were coming in really bothered you. Those boxes remind you a lot of sort of boxes that you see outside of our house now that we're doing renovations, like a lot of furniture boxes or boxes that are from supply stores, Home Depot, Lowe's, something like that. You also notice that the room you're in smells like fresh paint.
I got nothing. I don't know what's going on.
Anything you'd like to do in the room?
There's not much I can do. I guess I can, I guess if time passes by, I can, try to wave at the camera, maybe try to get someone's attention.
You hear a crackle of a speaker, like probably out in the hallway, but is nearby you. And you begin to hear someone say, attention, attention, announcements, announcements. Officer Miller, Precinct 5. And it just begins to go through this litany of individual role assignment for the day, individual beat patrol, 5th Street, individual car with other individual, you know what I mean? And it seems to go on and on for several minutes in a slow, monotone, boring voice. And then someone begins to scream in the other room.
By other room, what do you mean by that?
The announcements have not stopped, but someone out there in that sort of bullpen area that you first walked through is screaming, like screeching, bloody murder, terrified for their lives kind of a thing. And then you hear gunfire.
Better not be that guy with the shotgun.
A lot of gunfire.
Better not be that guy with the shotgun.
Small arms fire, shotguns, shrieks, cries, explosions. Anything you want to do?
No, there's nothing I can do. I can try for the door again, I guess. Try to shake it open.
You can try. You go and grab the knob. It is still hopelessly locked. Roll sand. As the sounds of the gunfire and shotguns get closer and closer.
It's a pass.
It's a 0 from helplessness. You apparently don't feel helpless as someone who is clearly rip-roaring gunfire through this place and getting closer and louder by the sound of it while you're in a locked room. And just when you hear what sounds like heavy fire, like shotgun shells going off near the door, everything gets quiet.
What way does the door open? Out?
It opens in towards the room, so towards you.
Is there like a table, a chair, or anything?
Yeah, no, there's a table and 3 chairs in here.
Can I try to turn one of them over, or what kind of handle is the door?
It's probably a knob. You could try and jam a chair under it if that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Okay. You take a metal chair and kind of fidget and kind of get it pushed up against the door and maybe lean on it a little bit. And you wait and you wait and you wait. And just when you feel like you're nodding off almost from exhaustion, from just this hyper tense moment where you're so focused and geared in, you hear that little ticka 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 as somebody's trying the doorknob.
I'm gonna grab a chair and be ready to hit someone in the head with it.
You hear singing.
Anything in particular?
It's hard to hear. It's real soft. It almost sounds like a child just on the other side of the door.
I'm gonna try to make no noise. It's the best I can.
Okay. You're just sort of, I imagine you're just standing there, just ready to wield the chair.
Yeah, pretty much.
Waiting for the door, waiting. The sound of the singing goes away. And then, like it exploded off its hinges, the door comes flying open. Boom! Hits the back wall hard enough. The knob shatters. I assume since you kind of have almost like a ready to action, you turn and swing on whatever's coming through the door.
If it walks through, yeah.
So you're going to hold and wait for something to step through.
Yeah.
Nothing steps through. No one steps through.
I'm just going to wait there like a statue as best I can.
You smell blood.
Okay, I'm not surprised.
And gunpowder.
Yeah, with as many gunshots that went off, I'm not surprised.
But the only thing that comes in appears to be sunlight.
I'll wait a few more moments to see if I hear anything or...
You don't hear anything.
All right.
Maybe the sounds of birds in the distance.
Oh, my God. I will hesitate and kind of just peek around the corner with my chair armed.
Roll sand.
It's 9. That's a pass.
It's only 1 for violence. It's a good pass. The area before you has become...
1 second. Breaking point is when you reach that number, right? It's not when you get below that number.
It's... yes.
I'm going to need to try to push it off onto a bond.
All right, let's go.
So what's that? 1d4 minus 1?
You have to make the roll first.
Oh.
Hold on. Adapting. Where's the bonds? Pressing, projecting. Oh, no, sorry. You were all right. The 1d4. So, yeah, roll 1d4 and reduce your willpower by that much.
A 1. Thank goodness.
So you pushed it off onto somebody else. That poor bond. The room before you is an abattoir. It's a slaughterhouse. There is gore and viscera and blood everywhere on all the walls, the desk. There's not a single thing, single scrap of organic material that you would call human anywhere. It smells to holy hell, and you can barely breathe in this room. And right at about 2 or 3 feet high on the white wall right across from you, is if tiny hands had soaked themselves in the pools of blood and finger painted on the wall. It has written, "You've been invited. Come."
Okay, does the room look like it did when I got brought into it?
Other than the distinct lack of people and the copious amounts of blood and viscera, yeah, basically.
Are there any weapons on the ground?
Probably, yeah.
Any weapons that are loaded on the ground?
Luck roll.
All right. I'm going to go with high. 2. Of course, I'll be rolling low on my luck rolls.
You find a couple of handguns, but they're completely empty.
All right, well, I'm going to... Are they all the same make, model,
Yes.
whatever?
Some sort of 9mm.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and grab one and kind of just tuck it in my, probably like in the back of my pants or whatever. I don't got anything else to really carry it with. So if I come across bullets, I guess I'll take some. I'm going to Resident Evil this shit.
Okay. You have a gun with no bullets. That feels very Resident Evil.
Exactly. And I guess I'm going to try to make my way back towards the entrance because I don't want to go further into this building.
No one's around. You ended up almost in the back of it. You step out. It's a bright, sunshiny morning, noonish. It's hot out. It smells of blood. There are no vehicles anywhere around you.
What? That makes no sense. Okay, so what's off in the horizon, the distance? Can I see anything? Is it just...
You appear to be in sort of an industrial park off to the corner. Like you can see some factories and stuff another 100, 200 yards down, but nobody's within several hundred yards of you at least. You can tell the outside of the building is simply labeled State Police in white paint.
Well, there was a camera in that room, so that makes me think it's at least modern. If it's, not the same time frame or the same dimension or whatever's going on.
It did occur to you that there were phones on that desk, though.
I don't know by his number. I'll go call my brother.
I would assume it's probably fair to assume that you would know one of these chuckleheads' numbers here.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you pick who you want to call when they come back.
Okay.
If you want to tell them to come back, they can come back down now. That way we can get on with the next bit. Welcome back to the game, Daniel.
Yep.
Flynn, do we have any idea what day or time of day it is? I feel like we left you guys off in evening. Does that sound right?
Sounds rightish. I don't know.
It was definitely nighttime.
The last thing I remember is talking to Kirsch.
Oh, you did more after that for sure.
Did we?
Yeah.
September 15th was the Continental Breakfast. We learned about Her Grey Song. We went to the bookshop. That would have crossed into night, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
It gets a little funny.
yeah, that's true. Well,
So we're saying it's probably the night of the 16th then right now, yeah?
probably, yeah.
You guys met Stephen P. finally?
Stevie P. He was useless.
So we think we've wrapped up everything here, and we're gonna get on a plane to France next day.
Yeah, we have like 3 leads in France. So we're thinking find a way on a plane, head over there.
So you're going to book tickets for France.
Yep.
Oh, we already did. We're going.
Okay.
I'm on the plane right now with the box and the file.
on a plane.
I'm showing it to the flight attendant. She's telling me, sir, you have to buckle your seatbelt. I say no. They're turning the plane around. We're back in New York.
You
We're
don't
just
turn
hoping you weren't prepped for Paris. You just kind of wing.
I'm on a no-fly list, so France is out of the question.
You don't turn your table to the upright position.
I try to flip my tiny table. It doesn't work. I throw a fit. I have been restrained.
I like the idea that you bang it as if to flip it, and all it does is it hits the seat in front of you and
bounces
falls
back
right
down.
back down, so you proceed to do it again.
There's a child kicking my seat. Why are your peanut bags so small? I'm hungry. It's a long flight.
Against
I show the child the
pretzels
yellow
now,
sign.
man. Too many,
Look at this, you little
too many peanut allergies. It's pretzels now.
Oh, is it pretzels now?
Yeah.
Whatever. We have mini leads.
Do you want to discuss any of them on air?
We
All
kind
right,
of
buckle up,
exhaustively-
listeners. So we have the box of files, which I think we've read in just little installments here and there.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to just have a reading party tonight in the hotel room and just read it all.
Yep.
And then if morning comes, someone will go get some continental breakfast, bring it back up. We'll take breaks. We're reading everything in there.
I mean, we could take shifted cat naps so that we don't have fatigue issues.
Are you
Otherwise-
committed or not?
No, I'm committed, but I also don't want to have
already been
negatives to my
committed.
rolls.
I didn't like it.
That is number one.
Yeah, that is.
However, we are still outside of the New York Library. There's a book I want, or at least I want to see if they have. I doubt they have it.
Okay.
Hyromantia.
How do you spell that?
Heiromantia. And that's what I thought the word was. So I don't know if that's actually what
Can you remind me where you heard it from?
yes, in the France's Greatest Hauntings, or one of those books, it is Augustus Chastain's book that he published under the name of Solomon that
thank you.
details all of his bullshit.
I'm going to presume Gideon's not a good enough scholar for this.
Hey,
You probably need to use someone at the library. So,
find
not
an
smart enough to
intern.
learn the Dewey Decimal System, or
Pretty complex.
no, trying to find a text written in the 1500s.
it's in the restricted section.
Can I use computer science to use the library system?
Sure. I will let you roll that if that's what you'd like to roll.
That's probably the best I have. Bureaucracy, library bureaucracy.
Librocracy.
You could
Librocracy.
probably use bureaucracy with the librarian.
Let's do that. It's a little bit better. Got it. 56 under 61.
You spend an inordinate amount of time with this librarian. I don't know whether you flirt with them, show them your badge, something, but like,
Why not both?
Fog polisher badge.
Clean out your gun on the table. I just
At
need
them.
this book.
Disassemble and reassemble real quick.
Watch this. I can do it blindfolded. I shoot the librarian. I find another librarian.
There it is.
they do not have a copy.
Oh, great.
What they can tell you is that it is a 15th century grimoire.
Now, wait a minute.
It's a lovely word.
You said 1500s earlier. Which is it?
Points.
Said 1400s earlier.
No, you said 1500s a minute ago, and then you said 15th century. So I'm just trying to clarify.
I don't think I ever said 1500s.
Roll the tape back.
No, trying to find a text written in the 1500s.
Hold back.
Like 5 minutes ago. It could have been a slip of the tongue.
That's when you
but
become a
that's what you
dick
said.
keeper and you tell them to roll sand.
Ah,
You
don't know what I
because
said.
I'm pretty sure the whole thing with the doors was 14.
I am too.
Gabriel vanished in 1460, so it's
Yeah.
it would have been.
So it is a 15th century grimoire, which lines up the time that you're talking about. Written apparently by someone who identified as Solomon. And this librarian's like, I don't know if you're familiar with the cult text. Solomon wrote a bunch of things. Chances are this wasn't written by someone nearly a nom de guerre. Apparently, it's considered a critical text that may have had impacts on things like the Ars Goetia and the Pseudomonarchica Daemonum and the De Pregestit Praetigis Daemonum and others. The Grimorum Verum. And the person's like, trying to find an original copy of this text is incredibly unlikely. But just like being able to Google Ars Goetia, everybody and their brother has written and rewritten the Ars Goetia to mean whatever they want it to mean. It's just sort of a seminal magical text, theoretically, if you believe that kind of stuff. Haha.
So no like photocopies, no digitized versions anywhere in like library systems, universities?
No, not as far as I can tell. Possibly in France, maybe.
I'm
we're playing, so we know.
I can't get on a flight.
I mean
on a plane.
that the copy that I bought, I think that was supposed to be somewhat of an accurate text from the original. I don't think it got changed in any way.
Oh, the one that you brought. The issue is
he has the Pseudomonica Daemonum in there.
Yeah.
I want to know if it has anything about what Chastain saw in Through the Doors.
Oh well, those texts I have aren't.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that the guy who wrote the copy I have, like he went and seen the original text and basically just made his own version, but didn't not like Aleister Crowley where he added
Grady
his
really
own
wants
shit.
to fucking go to France. That's what this all means.
That's probably where all the answers are.
That's true. So let me explain to the viewers my obsession with this book and the...
Hope everyone's watching closely.
Wait, what?
The viewers that you're talking about?
Oh, the viewers? Yes. Watch closely.
Hoping they're watching closely.
Okay, so we get a bunch of information about Augustus Chastain and his experiences in the Chateau de Port, the House of Doors, right?
Mansion is probably better.
Mansion of Doors. Yes, I forgot. So he disappeared in 1460. In his visions, he saw a great metropolis. He saw a hotel. He saw a bookstore. This is all from France's Greatest Hauntings, right? So to me, if the printing press wasn't invented until 1436, then the concept of a bookstore would obviously be very, very different, right? So whatever he saw either was a bookstore, and he's describing, shelves of bound parchment, right, with some nerd ass bitch at the counter, right, whatever it is, and then someone later saying, oh, he must mean a bookstore. That means that he is traveling through time as well, right? So it's not just these doors are taking us place to place. They can take us through time or can take other people through time, or at least that's what he's proposing. He might just be batshit, and that's fine. But I am interested in seeing what his original writings look like and what he is describing through those doors. Not like what someone interprets that he describes. So that's why I want to find the Hygromantia. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Okay, so there's
Going
that.
to France.
Okay. Bureaucracy roll, Flynn.
Yep, got it. 50 under 61.
Gonna be a little challenging, probably, to take an international flight with your own IDs.
Oh, hell yeah. Very challenging.
It is 2015, after all.
I think Franky's probably the cleanest of us here.
Yeah?
Maybe at a federal standpoint.
Franky has contacts to organized crime that can get us fake IDs.
You also haven't seen Franky for a while.
Also true.
He's right here at the table.
So you're going back to the hotel room, you're reviewing the files, you're trying to figure out how to get to France. Any other great revelations that you wanted to talk about?
Okay. Ava Lundine.
Ava
We're going
Lundine.
to find out what her father was up to with those weird pervert parties, the Brotherhood of Doors, what happened to him, how he was acting towards the end, et cetera, et cetera. That is a way to try to find out more about what the Brotherhood of Doors may have become or what its current iteration is right now. We're thinking about White Plains, but we're very, very back and forth, whether that's just something that happened in the past, right, that is Delta Green's business, or if it has some larger bearing on what we're doing. We are playing with the idea of contacting Winston, but I'm very scared.
Yeah.
Because last time he hurt me deeply.
He killed you, I think.
Deeply.
He killed you deeply.
We are thinking about maybe Bellevue Hospital, but
Many, many bullets.
many bullets. And
So
then
many
also
bullets.
France. France is on the list. Also, the brothel bin, but we don't really know how to approach that. We're hoping that maybe as we try to get our way to France, we'll go to the brothel bin instead.
Well, thank you for making that plain. Thank you for letting you know what my task is.
Yes. This is on you, Grady. You get us to brothel bin.
Yeah, we've tried, so that's on you.
Okay. Anything else that the trio is doing?
I mean, I think, like you were saying, firstly, we want to go back to the hotel room, crack open that box, and
Sure.
literally
See what we're missing.
go through every piece of paper in there.
You begin to do that then. Lucas, anything different for you?
Nope. We're triple
Hive minding.
teaming this book. This
All
box.
right.
stopping for some snacks, some Rockstar energy drinks,
You
fruit candies.
Expensive jerky.
you begin plowing through various texts, reading, rereading, delving for lost clues. We'll get to that. But you are essentially reading through the night then.
Yeah.
Okay. Little breaks for a nap. People fall asleep. Breakfast in the morning. Plowing through. Okay.
Yep.
One of your phones rings.
It's Gideon's.
Different phone. Different character.
Same ringtone.
That's how they're linked.
It's the Hey Girl. Drop it right here, Jeff.
Making its debut.
Hey Girl. You fucking sick. Fucking sick. Shit.
It's call and response.
Hey girl. Hey girl. Hey girl. Hey girl. Jesus Christ.
Gonna top the charts.
That's a weird ringtone. Anyway,
Custom. I pick it up. If it actually, I don't know. You're the one said Gideon. Like I don't.
Gideon's phone rings. You see,
Okay.
it's a New York City number.
All right.
It's unknown number.
Hello.
Spam calls.
Hey, Gideon, Franky, I need you to come get me.
Who is this?
It's Franky. I just told you.
New phone. Who dis?
Are you deaf?
I look at the other two. Hey, Franky.
I'm at the state police, some kind of industrial district.
You're at the state police.
That's what the building says.
Are you detained?
No.
You're just at the building.
Hold on, let me see if I can get a cell phone off or in one of these drawers maybe.
Wait, you're in the building,
Right now I am. I'm calling you from inside the building.
but you're not detained?
No.
Franky, what the are you doing?
I don't know. I need a ride.
Is he in the police station? Put him
Yeah,
on
but
speaker.
apparently he's. Boop, boop.
What the are you doing?
You hear some rustling around as if it's almost as if Franky is probably on like a corded phone and you can hear the phone like moving around and he's banging through things. You hear like drawers rustling, things being moved on a desk.
I'm looking for an actual cell phone.
Yeah, and you find
How'd you remember my number?
Long story.
narrative convenience.
Yeah.
Franky's actually a.
Are there
fucking,
anybody? Is there anybody else in the building with you?
Not at the moment.
Was there anybody else in the building with you?
Broke into a police station.
I didn't break in. They drugged me here. The police drugged me here.
And then
They
just-
wouldn't talk to me. They wouldn't give me a lawyer. They wouldn't give me a phone call.
Sounds familiar.
Sounds less like the police and more like a program, bub.
It says state police.
That
does.
sounds like the police.
I'm just telling you.
Also, yes, it's amazing how much Delta Green sounds like, you know, your standard Barney Fife these days.
Do I find any cell phones while I'm digging through here?
Strangely, no. It's weird.
Wow.
You thought you'd have found one.
So they just left you alone to roam the building.
Not precisely. It's no.
Who did you kill?
I didn't kill nobody. I got this handgun. It's got no bullets in it. Found it on the ground.
This is starting to sound familiar.
Should find at least one bullet.
I tried. They were all empty.
That's all you need.
Hey, Franky, we'll roll on by. But while you're there,
What's this we?
one of us will.
Well, listen, I
draw
was
straws.
in the bookstore. There was a tall man with a shotgun. I think he's after me. I ran out of the bookstore, and that's when they arrested me. Threw me on the hood, cuffed me, and brought me here.
Okay.
Did they look modernly dressed?
Who?
The police?
The people with the shotgun.
Or the person with the? They're two different people. Person with the shotgun was modern day dressed, and the police officers just had uniforms that said state police on it. They threw me in the back of a van.
No actual state, like New York State Police.
Did the badge say playbill on it?
Didn't say nothing that I could see. It said state police. That's all I seen. I was in a room with a
Computer
camera.
science roll.
Computer science is 0.
Well, don't you have computer something? thought you had computer science.
That was my dead character.
Oh, sorry. Never mind then.
I have criminology.
No.
Forensics. Human.
I will take forensics. Just thinking logically.
Well? I don't have second, but I have human. Forensics, you say?
Yeah. Something will click.
Got it.
You start reverse look-upping that phone number that he's calling you from, since it sounds like it's a landline.
Okay.
Didn't think about that.
When you punch that in and pull that up, it gives you an address, and
Sure.
you look that up, and you see that the address is in like I don't know geography very well, but I know that like some of the islands have they're almost like away from everybody else in like an industrial park or something. That's what's pinging up as the rough address of that phone. It's like 45 minutes to an hour away from where you're at in one of the other boroughs, and it's like.
So it's not even near the city.
No, not the city proper.
And it's not labeled state police.
You begin punching around on your phone, and you're like state police near this area in Google, and nothing comes up.
Can you do a street view?
I could. Yeah, Google could absolutely do a Google view.
You can do street view.
Frankie's
What am I seeing?
dumbass outside.
What am I seeing in the Google view?
You see an abandoned building.
Yeah, you're not in a police station, bud.
Well,
Listen.
hold on. What makes you think you're in a police station right now?
Because the words on the building say state police.
Do you not understand the words that come out of his mouth?
Is it written
As
in
you
crayon?
look around, are you seeing evidence that this is an operating police station, or is it just an abandoned building?
Obviously not. There's not even nobody
Okay.
in the building at the moment.
But the phone works.
Right. Okay. There was something strange when they brought me in. There were like boxes that were like, I don't know, unpacked or just moved in. Had a fresh smell of paint. So maybe it's a new building. I don't know.
Frankie,
Definitely not
I
new.
need you to start looking through some of those boxes. And
They're empty and folded up. There's nothing in them. Like they're folded. Right.
Are there file cabinets
Yeah.
in there?
Are there file cabinets?
Well,
Look
do
for
I see-
rooms that say files. If there is anything in there that could be
I have
important,
reason to believe the
files
shotgun
are
guy is
in
here
the
right now.
computer.
I don't want to be anywhere. I ain't got no weapon, got
You're
no bullets.
loudly talking on a phone, so you're not that concerned.
Right,
So
but
let's be
I
useful.
got no vehicle.
Okay, we're an hour out, bud. So we could leave now, but I'm gonna have to stop for a piss, and so we got an hour and 10.
I got to get
till we
gas.
there.
You might be dead
I'm
before we
gonna
get
get hungry.
Piss out the window. I don't
Okay.
get here.
Hour and 5 minutes. So I
dogging
need
it.
you be safe. But if you can find,
met Franky, right?
if this is an old police station,
It's not.
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
You shouldn't.
Anything on Abigail Wright, anything on White Plains, New York, anything that you see that has any of that information, old files, look through filing cabinets, look in closets, anything that you notice.
I'll look.
grab
I'll look around here, but I'm not going deep into this building because I don't know who's in
I mean,
here.
it's an hour and 10 minutes till we're
That's
getting,
fine.
You're
I-
going to get bored. You should probably just
You
look.
still didn't really answer the question. Like, they handcuffed you, brought you here, unhandcuffed you, and just left.
I was in a room.
How'd
with-
you get out of the room?
The door was unlocked.
And you just walked into an office space of some sort?
Well, I
Did
walked
you break
back.
those cuffs
They let me out of the cuffs when they put me in the room.
and left the door unlocked
Yes.
and then left the building?
I don't know what's going on.
Have you tried leaving?
Yes.
I roll you meant to
There's-
figure out if he's
sure.
like either lying or
Sure.
is confused himself, or I don't. That's an absolute yes.
He is definitely panicked. You get the
I
sense.
figured that much.
No, but like he fears for his life, panicked. You get the sense that you're not getting everything, but you're not getting all the clues, but it's also talking to someone who's borderline hysterical.
Okay.
If you don't calm him down, you may not get some of the important context.
I cast calm emotions through the phone.
Yes, I try to leave the building. It's an industrial district. There's nothing for miles down the road. There's no vehicles out here.
It's because you're in the middle of nowhere, dude.
Okay, well, I only took the one van to get here. I didn't seem like it was that far of a drive. I mean, it didn't seem quick, but
Do you remember anything about the van? Interior?
it was a police van that had state police on it.
Again, written in crayon.
And the inside was just your typical police van with, benches, and it's not very roomy.
Okay. All right, we'll head up that way, I guess. But I mean, calm down. It's gonna be fine. Like we're on our way right now. I got my keys. I jingle keys into the phone. But again, you see any files, right? If this is really state police or abandoned state police or even converted, just,
All right,
be open to it.
I'll do what I can, and at that point, I probably walk too far away on the corded line, and it comes out.
All right, I'll do
So
it.
you just hear a dial tone or whatever.
You hear like a click.
Well, guys, I think Franky's dead, so
So
back
anyway,
to reading.
these files, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I guess we're going to pick Franky up.
I don't know, are we?
Why?
Because Daniel drove out here. I feel
Got
bad.
his solo session.
That's true. You got what you came for.
I mean,
No, but legitimately, we were talking about this upstairs. Like, at this point, I am very skeptical of Franky. Like,
Franky, the character, is a problem.
yeah.
Franky, the character, is a problem. But Daniel's great.
No, I get that.
Help to get you gun permits.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
did it? Kind of. Like a day late.
And you tried to get us a car.
Yeah, I did.
We stole one. It's fine.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's, I guess, pack up the box. I'll drive. You guys
Pack
work
heat
through
and go.
bring your piece.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for a state police van that just says state police in crayon on
Just
it.
for narrative sake, Cody, I mean, I will look around, but I'm not going deep into the station
Sure.
at all.
No. The tension of the moment, I think the audience has already heard what happened to you. I think the tension of the moment is introducing the three of these folks.
I figured
So
as
we'll
much.
presume that you continue, and we'll let the hour drive pass by uneventfully.
I do stop to piss.
That's fair.
And get gas.
You guys pull up. It's now probably like early afternoon, like maybe 1 o'clock. And you pull up in this sort of industrial park. There are various loud operations farther in another part of this industrial park, but this is a relatively abandoned place. You see a parking lot and you see a building paint on it that says state police. There's a sign that says state police over the top of the building.
All right.
There are no cars in the parking lot. There are no cars within a quarter of a mile of where you're pulling up on.
What kind of sign is this?
Cardboard. Just folded cardboard.
I mean,
stapled on.
the L's backwards, but otherwise it looks fine.
Do you have craft sign making?
Yeah, do you have craft sign
Yes.
making?
I have painting in theater.
I will
It's a painted sign.
I will take painting.
The theater.
That's
Did you roll a d20?
How'd you do on a D20? Try, bet it was pretty
16.
good.
I was wondering why you were rolling one dice. I thought you were just trying to roll the double digits to see if you passed
As
or
long as you
failed.
rolled high, you're good.
Oh, I got it.
So you're rolling up and you're like, that sign looks funny. And you're like, that was recently stenciled and has no signs of sun or wear on it. That was painted probably, given the temperature of the day, you'd say that was probably painted in the last 24 hours.
These people painted it just to arrest me. What the hell?
Told you. We tried
Like
to tell
that
ya.
sign is incredibly fresh. There's no signs
Yeah.
of bleaching from the sun. There's no, now it's relatively expertly done. At a glance, you'd go, okay, that's a fine sign, but
Yeah.
That's a fine sign.
All right, so
Name of the episode.
But it's and again, you have the theater stuff as well.
Yeah.
This is exactly like the type of I used to do for a profession. It looks good enough from 20 feet away, but like
When you get close.
anything more than a casual glance, you realize this is scenery. This isn't
Right.
There's no number. You don't see any exterior working lights. You don't see anything that would suggest.
I knew all this before we drove up.
Oh, fine. Carry on.
I saw that like on the freaking Google map. Like it.
Yeah.
So
there was nothing there.
you guys,
There was a building. That was it.
you guys remember the Trevelino Mall?
Yeah.
Trevelino Mall.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I'm not going
With
in there.
bait in there.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yell for Franky to come out or something. He
Well,
can,
I was gonna say, like, how are the windows in the front? I'm basically just cowering behind the desk and probably
There are-
peeking out every now and then with my pistol with no
Call the number.
bullets in it.
Call the number back. See if he answers it.
All right. Yeah, I'll give the number a call.
Ooh, interesting.
I was gonna make a luck roll to see if I plugged it back in.
No, I'm not. I'm less worried about that. It's that they would. What would they have?
Could be multiple phones ringing in the same building, or just the phone that he called from.
Or there could be some kind of,
You hear an automated voice. Hello, you have reached the system. As if so.
I was hoping I was going to say state police and like a different voice. Yeah.
Hello, you have reached the state police. For detectives, press 1. No, you get the sense it's like it's an automated system, but nobody took the time to put the prompts in. So it's like, so it literally does that. You have reached and it just pauses for like 5 seconds. For press 1.
Press 0 to get the operator.
You may dial an extension at any time. For
Press
I'm
0.
going to dial
Press-
616.
ooh, fancy.
Could you go?
Daniel, your phone began to ring.
Oh, God. How's her handler's voice? No, I'm just kidding.
Winston answers.
I'm going to kind of grab it real quick. Hello?
Frankie?
Yes.
Hey, we're out front. Get the fuck down here. We're not going in there.
That's fine. I'm just going to hang up and run outside.
Frankie comes out. He looks disheveled. He looks like he hasn't slept. His hands are probably bloody. But he comes running up to the car. He appears to be wielding a gun very awkwardly. While running, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm just going to run and...
He's waving this 9mm around like at the building as he's sprinting towards the car. But yeah, your hands would definitely be bloody. Would have to be.
Yeah, I'm just going to...
How many of your hands, bud?
I'm just going to jump in the car and be like, go, 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 go.
Because I drove in, I have to 4-point turn around.
What are you doing? Get out of here.
Come on.
You didn't want to go in the building and you're taking your time to...
I got
It's
hold
a
on.
rental.
Just
Stole
one
it.
more.
It's a
one
rental.
more. Okay.
It doesn't matter about the cars, it matters about whatever's in there.
I'm off.
Didn't get the insurance.
Hey Frankie, that's a front.
What?
Like
Signs
that's not state police, bud.
Okay, yeah, probably not. I don't know.
Why you got blood on your hands?
Because everyone's dead in there, okay?
That's not an answer to that question.
Yeah.
All
Yes.
right. We're gonna go back to the beginning.
How did they die?
Slams on the brakes and begins another 4-point turn.
Just going back in.
I'm gonna go. I'll take you back.
I took it off a dead person in an officer uniform. I don't know how they died.
So you didn't kill them.
No.
They were just
Yes.
They were dead when you got there, dead when you woke up.
They weren't dead when I got there because they threw me in that building or they threw me in that room.
okay. Let's reconstruct this.
You had to-
You were chased out of the bookstore, and I'll be driving as we talk.
I'm keeping an eye out for a van.
Okay, good idea.
down by the river.
You don't need to worry about that van. They're dead.
With a shotgun chased you out of the bookstore.
Yes.
He was in the bookstore. He came at you.
Yes.
Did he leave the bookstore with you?
I don't think so because literally when I got out the door, the police grabbed me by my arms, each side, as if they were waiting for me. Someone says, that's him or it's him, like they knew me. And that's all the conversation I got. And they threw me against the hood of the van, cuffed me, threw me in the back, drove me here.
Anything weird happened on the trip there?
No.
How long did it feel like you were in the van?
30 minutes maybe? I don't know.
Okay. So they got you there. Did they park the van out in the parking lot right back there?
No, they took me into the front of the building.
You didn't answer
They never
question.
covered your eyes or anything.
No.
So they parked in the parking lot. They took you in the building.
I don't know, Cody. What'd they do? Okay.
Okay. They took you into that room.
Yeah.
What floor was that on?
It was the first floor. I
Okay.
didn't go down any stairs.
But you were able to see they didn't put a hood on you?
Nope.
Okay.
So you saw people that were alive working there when you walked in.
Yep.
What were they doing?
And then what happened?
I don't know. Typical police stuff.
So there were police officers there who were doing police
and
stuff.
There was a comm system that came on too, and it was sounded strange, but I mean not the the voice was kind of monotone, but it was going through just like officer name. Here's your designation for the day. Next officer name. You're here. It was just they were just giving officer names and designations. There was nothing peculiar
Do you
about it.
remember any of the designations?
It's not important. Basically, Cody basically gave me one example, and then he gave me the exact same thing. It's just
Gotcha.
Question.
Moving on.
Was anyone in there smoking?
no, I don't think so. All I smelled was fresh paint.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the sign.
I think it was the entire building.
Very possible.
I was just thinking if this was some weird kind of timey bullshit, if like it's the 1950s, they would be smoking in the building.
So you went
there was
into the building.
there was a camera in there. It was not 1950s.
Okay.
You went into the building. Everyone was alive. You walked out of the room and suddenly they were dead. You didn't hear anything?
Someone tried to get into the room at one point. Jimmy locked the door with a chair. There was some singing. Very nothing. I couldn't. It was very, very faint.
Kind of song.
a hum, maybe. I don't know. Maybe there were some words. It was very faint. It was like it was far away, but it was someone on the other side of the door. I can't
Something
explain.
that you would hear in a church rather than like a Taylor Swift song. Is that what you're getting at?
Lullaby-esque, perhaps.
Okay. I asked that detail too, and that's why he gave me what I gave you. So, I did hear gunshots, I guess. That's probably what they died from.
You guess?
I don't know what I was hearing.
You've been
High
around
caliber.
guns. You know what they sound like.
Like what kind of gunshots? Pop, pop, boom, boom.
I heard a shotgun, I thought. That's why I thought the shotgun guy was there.
Okay.
That's a fair assessment.
But Cody told me shotguns, but I didn't specify if it was more than one shotgun. So just heard shotguns or shotgun. The pistols, probably this pistol I got in my hand for
Did you
some
hear
reason.
the gunfire before someone tried to force their way in?
Yes.
Okay.
And so they just gave up. They didn't try to kick the door in, nothing. Did something scare them off? Did you say anything to them through the door?
Stayed quiet.
Did you
I
wet
stood
yourself?
there. I don't know. Might be dry now.
Okay.
Dude,
I
that's
stood
a
there.
rental.
I stood there with another metal chair, waiting for someone to come in.
Did you hear any other maybe odd noises or anything besides the singing or the humming?
Nope. Some gunshots. When I opened the door, there was what?
I was just waiting
Go
for it. You're about to drop something that's going to blow my mind, and I was waiting
they were all
for it.
mechanical people. Just keep going.
I'm waiting for it.
They were not. I thought that guy with the shotgun was mechanical. His neck kind of moved a little weird, but he didn't seem mechanical when he turned around.
Details.
He did not seem mechanical when he turned around. He just did this weird neck thing that freaked me out. I don't know. Maybe he was popping his neck. I don't know.
Like,
Yeah, define weird.
He had a shotgun.
180 degrees and looked at him.
He did not do that, but he had a
glowing
shotgun.
red eye.
I wasn't worried about what his neck was doing.
But you
Next
said but you
time,
said it
worry
was
about-
weird. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What does weird mean?
It was something that I seen kind of out of the corner of my eye because I was focused on the shotgun.
I want to play an entire game that I record with Daniel separately, and then play another entire game
already
where
did
Daniel
this,
describes this. I know, I love it. Please continue. You were getting ready to reveal some stuff, I think.
I don't know if it's going to be any relevance, but when I opened the door, there was small handprints, maybe a child's handprints.
That's important.
I don't know if they were handprints. There may have been some handprints, but it was like finger painted on the wall. Said you're invited. Come.
Oh my God.
And I didn't feel like doing either versions of that word, so
That's probably important.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the only thing that was written in blood?
as
On the
far as
wall?
I could see, I did not go
The chamber is open.
any further into that building. There could have been more down the way. I ran back towards the front.
And you only saw the two dead officers? Like everyone else who was working there, they weren't there?
No, all of them were dead.
Oh, all of them were dead?
Yes, everybody I seen in there on the way out, they were dead.
Their body count?
I didn't count them. I was looking
Rough guess.
to 20 maybe. I don't know.
Gunshot wounds? All of
I
them?
didn't look for those. I grabbed some guns, looked for ammo, went to the next body, looked for ammo.
Nobody had ammo. Not one.
Not one.
Self-inflicted shots?
I didn't look for how they died. I heard gunshots. I can only assume that maybe that was it.
Go back. 4-point turn.
4-point turn in the middle of a busy New York City intersection.
Hold on. Let me just. Let me just.
It's not the
me
first
just-
time that we've interrupted New York traffic.
Nope.
So won't be the last probably. Once we go to Paris and they got to deal with our bull
Do they drive
or
on the other
France.
side?
I can't remember what you guys said you guys are going.
Couldn't remember.
Well, that's exciting, Franky.
No, it was terrifying.
Let's get in the French taxi. You'll get someplace in 2 minutes.
Not if there's no taxis around for 2 miles.
So yeah, he's bloody and has an officer's gun.
Serial number on the gun?
No.
Filed off.
Usually that's the only way to remove them, yes. They usually make them with them.
But
Don't
I mean,
say
doesn't-
that as if that's not a possibility.
Right.
This f***ing game.
It could very well just be blank without any.
Yeah.
The serial number is 000-616-000 star.
Yeah. Do you just want to go back and finish reading?
And part of me kind of wants to go back to the state police and just look around,
Well,
but
leave us the keys.
Why?
You're welcome to.
Well, I hope you're armed because whatever took those things down,
that's probably true.
Those things or those people?
I don't know. They could be people. They could be. I've seen robots. I've seen weird mechanical things. I don't know what the hell anything is anymore.
Which is the first time I think he's actually admitted that.
No, he told us they were the mechanical people like 20 minutes after he told us the story, but we are aware that he was attacked by machines.
To be fair, they started off as people.
Our title track and additional musical arrangements were provided by friend of the podcast, Ian Shannon. Find more of his work at sleepfortheweary.com. Like what you heard? Check out more episodes online at rancorsbrothel.com or the Rancors Brothel on Facebook. You can also interact with other listeners at the Fans of the Rancors Brothel Facebook page. Want to contact us? Reach out to @Rancors_Brothel on Twitter or via email at therancorsbrothel@gmail.com. Most of all, keep circulating the tapes. Much love, everyone.